8:42 left here in the second quarter where the Maple Leafs trail by 1 point, 13-12. Rowe in the inbounds. Full court press still shown. Finds Route. Route faces up. Has a one-on-one defender. And finds Rowe at half court. Rowe crossover to the left. Spins back right. Doesn't like she sees. Finds Murph at the top of the key. Back to Rowe. Sets up the offense with 17 seconds left in the shot clock. Rowe has two screens. Prefers Route. Route Rose. And Rowe goes off the screen again. Route finds Murph, and it is long for the layup.
It's a great look, though. Again, that's one that you'll take 10 out of 10 times.
Dorn on the push. Hits the trail. Birchmeyer sets up the offense. Showing a little 4-out, 1-in with Williams at the high post. A lot of passing and cutting here as Lenz heads in the corner. Finds Dorn. Drives to the rim. And it's going to be a foul. A big swat by Murph. Catches a lot of contact. That'll be her first foul and the first team foul of the second quarter. Tanner can get our subs.
Yeah, we got Grayson Cochran coming in for Claire Rourke. And it looks like Snow will be checking out along with Williams. Coming in is going to be Turman for making her first appearance, and it will also be Stephanie Abraham for the Cardinals.
And for the first shot. And nothing but the bottom for Dorn. That extends the lead to 2 points, where the Maple Leafs trail 14-12 with 7:56 left in the second quarter. Dorn, second free throw, up and good. 15-12, 7:56 left. Rougeau, a lot of space. Drives to the rim, pull-up jumper, free throw, and it's short. Gets her own rebound, drives back, and an and one with the right hand. Another hustle play right there for the Maple Leafs.
That is great hustle play. Way to not give up on your own shot right there. Go right back up, draw the foul, which is going to be on number 30. On number 4, Samantha Dorn for her first foul of the game.
And the free throw's good to tie the game at 15. 7:56 left here in the second quarter. Dorn brings up the middle of the 2-2-1. Right over the hands of Flowers. But the Cardinals get across and finds Lenz driving to the rim. And there'll be a foul. Looks like it'll be on the floor. It'll be a blocking foul. Be a blocking foul on number 3, Rougeau. And they'll be calling a shooting foul. As Lenz goes to the free throw line with her first shot. And it's going to roll around but falls in. .45 remains. Up and in as the Cardinals take a 2-point lead, 17-15 with 7:45 left here in the second quarter.
Prigge and Chapman will check back into this game. And it looks like, yes, that's right. The starting lineup now is back out on the floor for the Maple Leafs.
And Rowe, the inbounds. Looking, finds Chapman, back to Rowe. Rowe at a lot of speed, breaks off her defender, gets across half, finds Flowers in the corner, pump fakes, and see what she likes. Works that left side, and she's going to pull the three, and it'll be a long one. A hustle play by Cochran, where the offensive rebound and put back, making the game 17-17 with 7.5 left here in the second quarter. Birchmeyer brings the ball up on the left wing. 1-3-1 press shown by the Maple Leafs. Over the Lenz, looking, back to Birchmeyer. So set up the offense, 4-out, 1-in. Abraham on the wing, swings the Lenz as she drives baseline, finds Birchmeyer, left wing, and it's to the right, and is picked up by the Maple Leafs on the rebound. Flowers with the rebound, drives across half court, swings to Rowe. Rowe fakes right, goes middle, spins back right, and she goes up. And really a tough shot picked up by the Cardinals.
Expecting some contact there, just did not get the call that she wanted to with Rowe.
Birchmeyer working the ball to Abraham. Swings the Lenz, vice baseline, pulls back, step back three, and it is long. Long rebound. And it's going to be picked up by the Cardinals. Saved before half court. And they'll have a new 20. Dorn picks up the ball. Finds Turman, and it'll be long, picked up by the Maple Leafs. Cochran pushes it in the fast break. Finds Rowe, right wing, open three, and it's nothing but the bottom.
Great pass from Cochran to go and look at Rowe right there. Rowe likes that shot right there, and that puts the Maple Leafs up by 3.
Birchmeyer working the offense. Finds Dorn on the right wing. Back to Birchmeyer on the left wing. Swing to the corner to Abraham. Abraham looks at the shot, turns it down. Find Lenz at the left wing. Try to use a screen, but it goes back to Abraham, the short corner on the left side. Drive to the basket, and it's be good by Abraham. And bounce to Cockerham. Man press is shown by the Cardinals. Cockerham breaks it herself. Behind the back, to the left, to the rim, and it rolls long. Picked up by Dorn. And Cockerham playing full court defense. Dorn brings across half court. Aggressive defense by Cockerham as Dorn drives to the basket, finds Turman for the drop-off, and it's Turman with the 2-point basket as they take the lead, 21-20, with 5.5 left here in the second quarter. Rowe drives past half court, thinking straight to the rim, and it'll be a foul on the floor.
Looks like that's going to be on number 4, Samantha Dorn, which that makes her second foul of the game. So 3 Cardinal players now have 2 fouls. That is something, again, to keep an eye on. That's a good number of players who have got 2 fouls already here with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Rowe, right corner, working, waiting on the screen by Chapman, goes off of it, turns back, finds Chapman on the roll, but it's deflected, but it's picked up by Cockerham. Step back 3 left corner, and it's side of the backboard, but Maple's pick it back up. 10 seconds remain.
Shot clock didn't reset, they got to know that.
Flower with the drive, and it'll be another foul on the floor.
Looks like it's going to be on Jade Finfera, making that her first.
New 20 here for the shot clock. Rowe will be inbounded again, finds Flowers in the right corner. Handoff, fake to Rowe as he drives baseline. Spins back left to the middle. Finds Priggy at the top, back to Rowe. 13 seconds remain here in the shot clock. 1-on-1 basketball versus Rowe. Rowe versus Snow. Uses a Chapman screen as she drives with the left hand. Right hand scoop is good by Mariah Rowe.
Great little scoop layup right there to get the Maple Leafs the lead again.
Birchmeyer brings the ball across. Snow with a drive to the middle. Jump stop. Looking for Simmons, but it's not there. Cockerham on the push. Drives middle. Cross back to the left. Spins back to the right as she finds Flowers on the right wing. Flowers sets up between the leg dribble. And cross straight to the rim. Beautiful play, but couldn't finish. Chapman with a strong rebound. Still not there. A little short. Williams with the rebound. Birchmeyer pushes the break. Spins back to the right. Hard swat, and it's being blocked by Tanise Chapman. Mariah Rowe stolen by Katie Snow as she takes it with the left hand. Goes up, and it's going to be good. Nice one-on-one play for Katie Snow there.
Great steal leading to a basket right there. Not an easy finish with good pressure from Mariah Rowe. Gives the Cardinals the lead again.
Skip past the Flowers, gets across half court. Flowers looking for Chapman. Great catch by Chapman. Reverse layup, and it is going to be a foul by Tristan Williams. Started off vertical, but it was a little swat at the ends what made the referee call that one.
That's right. That's Williams' first foul. Again with 3:33, all threes for the time up on the scoreboard here. Big free throws here for Tanise Chapman. Chapman all the year, shooting 54% from the line.
First one's up and good as she ties it up with 3:33 left with score tied at 23-23. Got the Goshen College women's basketball team versus Concordia University. Second shot up, and it'll be a little short. Loose rebound, picked up by the Cardinals, and it'll be a heady steal by Allison Priggy, and it'll be a loose ball, and have a jump ball. That's just a senior play right there, Tanner. What do you have to say about that?
That's just like fantastic. That's fantastic effort from Priggy on that. That's that senior leadership that we've seen throughout her time here with the Maple Leafs. As Kyer checks in for her first appearance in the game, and Yoder also checks in.
Maple Leaf basketball. Yoder for the inbounds. Looking, finds Priggy on the cut. Turnaround jumper and be fouled. Contact on the forehead right there on the turnaround.
Yep, and that's on and that's going to be on 14. Katie Snow making that her second foul. She was a little confused with that, and it was that contact, like you said, that was made from on that, sending Priggy to the free throw line.
First shot is up and good for Priggy as the Maple Leafs take the lead 24-23 with 3:23 remaining here in the second quarter. Second shot up, and it's going to be a long one as it goes in and out. Picked up by Williams. Johnson on the push. 1-3-1 still shown by the Maple Leafs. Finds Dorn right wing. Couple of pass fakes. Finds Snow in the left corner. And she picks up the blocking call on Logan Kyer.
Logan Kyer, she just checks in, and very quick here. First foul here for Kyer.
Snow on the inbounds. Finds Williams at the elbow. 1-on-1 in the post. Fakes left, goes right, and it's going to be a bucket for Williams. Yoder cuts middle, trying to get open, but it's going to be picked up by the Cardinals with their press. Dorn with the ball in the right ring. And a tap by Yoder. Dorn loses her dribble, swings to Snow. James with the ball, finds Williams as she goes middle. Kick out to Johnson, back to James in the post. Goes middle, right hook, and it is good. Maple Leafs bring the ball up the court as Cockerham finds Kyer. Looking the cross, has 5 seconds to get across. Cockerham breaks off her defender. She gets to the corner, and they're still there. Just a lot of pressure in defense. And it looks like there'll be another foul.
And that's on Katie Snow and Benjamin. That's a big one right there. That is 3 fouls already on Snow.
Yeah, that's our third, and just Katie Snow just playing very aggressive here. You know, as a coach, you love to see it, but when you get played too aggressive, you get 3 fouls here in the first half. It's not good to see. Cockerham first free throw, and it's good. Trimming the lead to 25-27. With the Cardinals in favor.
Snow checked out, and Lenz replaced her. We probably won't see Snow for the remainder of this second quarter.
2:29 remain here in the second quarter. Maple Leafs trail 26-27 as Johnson brings it across the court. Prigge working the top of that 1-3-1. Lenz finds Williams. That 1-on-1 matchup again versus Chapman, but loses this one as the Maple Leafs pick up the basketball. Yoder on a hard push to the left wing. Back to Cockerham, top of the key. She turns it down to the 3, and it is blocked by Williams. Prigge picks up the loose ball. 15 seconds remain here in the shot clock. Yoder sets up the offense. Looking for Prigge, but finds Kyer. Kyer drives baseline and draws the foul.
Foul's going to be on Samantha Dorn, which makes that number 3 for her. So two players with 3 fouls and 2 players with 2 fouls. So a lot of fouls here early on just for Concordia in general.
Yeah, it seems that a lot of them are they're aggressive fouls. So you're happy, like when you play aggressive defense like this, when you press full court, fouls are going to happen.
Yep.
But once they break the half court line, you kind of want to pull them back a little bit.
That's
so you
right.
don't have these cheap ones where this last one was a cylinder foul. And the free throw is up and long for Kyer. 1:55 is left here in the second quarter. Maple Leafs trail 26-27 as Logan Kyer is at the free throw line. Shot is up and is bottoms. Be a sub, bringing in Murph for Prigge.
So there's that Murph Chapman line, bigger lineup that we've seen there. So expect Murph to be at the top of that zone there, and it looks like she's going to be.
Birchmeyer finds Johnson. Johnson works the right wing, and it's stolen by Cockerham. The 1-3-1 is working. Cockerham pushes up the court, right hand. Picks up a dribble, finds Kyer. Kyer back to Cockerham. Murph posted hard. One dribble, and it's good with the drop step. Johnson brings up the right side. Back to the left for Birchmeyer. Screen set. Johnson on the right wing. Looking for the gaps. Turns down the 3. Finds Williams in the high post. And they swing it to the corner where they find Lenz. And that'll be a long 3-pointer. Picked up by Grayson Cockerham. Susanna Yoder brings up the ball versus 3 Cardinals. And she finds Kyer in the corner. Kyer drives middle. Bounce pass to Murph. Short corner jump shot. It is good. 31-27 with a minute remaining here in the second quarter. Lenz right wing. Drives middle. Finds Birchmeyer. Swing to the corner. Johnson. And it is good. 31-30. Maple Leafs lead with 45 seconds left. Kyer works open. Press isn't being shown. Cockerham back to Kyer. Kyer's looking for the open woman, but she takes it herself. Dribbles off her foot and doesn't pick it up in time. 31 seconds remain here where the Maple Leafs lead 31-30.
Looks like Flowers and Rowe will be checking into the game, and Kyer and Yoder will be subbing out for, again, 31 seconds here. Big defensive stop. Maple Leafs want to try to stay up going into halftime.
And don't be surprised if the Cardinals hold out for the last shot here. Birchmeyer works to the right wing, trying to find the gaps of this 1-3-1 press. Finds Johnson on the left wing. Swing to the corner is deflected by Grayson Cockerham. 16.4 seconds left. 15 seconds left in the shot clock as Johnson will inbound it from the Maple Leaf bench. Looking for a Cardinal. Johnson finds Birchmeyer. Left wing, sling the lens. Right wing. Jump stop to the elbow. Birchmeyer turns down the wing three. Finds Lens on the right wing. Drives baseline. Spin back to the middle. Back to Birchmeyer at the top of the key. It is up, and it's good. And that's how we're going to end the first half of this Maple Leaf basketball game between the Maple Leafs and Concordia University, where the Cardinals lead 33-31. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll come back with first half analysis. My name is Benjamin Cotton, alongside Tanner Kent, here on the Go Leaf live stream and 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf athletics. Welcome back to the Go Leafs live stream and on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf athletics. My name is Benjamin Cotton, and to my right I have Tanner Camp, our color commentator, and our stats man. Tanner, what we got for stats in our first half?
Okay, so in terms of stats, the score, Concordia leads Goshen 33-31. One stat that I found as I kept our drive is that the largest lead has been Concordia with 5. The Maple Leafs, I believe, was only 2 or 3 points. So it has been a very, very close game here. And we has kind of mentioned this before we got started, that it was that press that both Concordia and Goshen has. So going into that, with the reason the score being so close, I got one for you right here.
All right, hit it.
So Katie Snow, if this is correct, of Concordia's 12 steals, she has 8 of them alone.
Woo.
And then, but on the flip side, of the 6 steals that Goshen has, Grayson Cockerham's got 5 of them. So obviously those two are taking big emphasis in terms of the defensive end and that press. In terms of points, leading for the Maple Leafs was actually between Grayson Cockerham and Kiara Murph. Both have 8 points. And for the Cardinals, it was Katie Snow who led the way with 8 points. Other big numbers in terms of shooting, The Cardinals are shooting 43% overall from the field, while the Maple Leafs are shooting 38%. Big one here is three-point percentage. While the Cardinals are only shooting 30% from behind the arc, the Maple Leafs are only shooting about 16 to 17%. They're 1 for 6 from downtown. They've gotten good looks from three. They just have not knocked them down. 1 3-pointer is the difference between being down by 2 and being up by 1. In terms of the rebounding numbers, the Cardinals have 12 compared to the Maple Leafs 20, and leading in terms of all rebounds is Grayson Cockerham and Tanisha Chapman, both with 5 apiece. And for the Cardinals, it is Tristan Williams, who has 3. So big numbers. In my opinion, the one that really defines the whole thing, though, is that field goal percentage. The Cardinals have taken 4 more field goal attempts, but they still shoot a high percentage of 43%. And then the three-point shooting of the Maple Leafs. We talked. The defense is there. The offense has got to step it up just a little bit, and we talked
For sure.
about this in terms of, they haven't played in about a week and a half, so they're trying to still knock a little bit of rust off. But after getting those first 2 quarters out of the way, I expect the Maple Leafs to really pick it up here in these next 2 quarters.
And in that first half, something I noticed is the defense. Going back to that defense, the Cardinals showed a 2-2-1 press full court versus the Maple Leafs half court 1-3-1 press. And I really like how both teams are just trying to secure that defense. And let's go back to Katie Snow and Grayson Cockerham.
Yep.
First, Tanner, let's put you in. Let's make you Concordia's head coach. All right.
Yep.
You're Kuiper Happy head coach. All right. So yeah, Katie Snow, 8 steals, 8 of the 12, but she has 3 fouls. So what are you telling her during halftime? Like, how do you pull her back? Is where you want to say, Katie, you got to chill, but she can say, Coach, I have 8 steals. Talk to me.
Absolutely, because part of their defensive mindset, from what it looks like, is to stay aggressive. However, because there is a huge cost. There is a huge cost with that. I haven't gotten a chance to count the numbers up, but as we said, 3 players have got 2 fouls. No, excuse me, 2 players have got 3 fouls, and 2 players have also got 2 fouls. So a lot of fouls already being given up here for the Cardinals, and Snow is one of them, and she seems to be a big part of their defensive plan. So on one hand, you want to tell her to keep being aggressive. It depends. It could be maybe situations depending on who brings the ball up, maybe depending on if they make a basket or not. So it could be maybe what coach is going to try to do here is be a little more specific, like, hey, only put pressure on this ball handler or after they make a basket. But again, Snow has been a big part of that defensive effort. I mean, she's got 8 of the 12 steals, but you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to pull her back.
Yes, it's hard to pull back 8 steals. That's a tough call. But let's move over to the Maple Leafs.
Yep.
Grayson Cockerham, she has 5 steals and only 1 foul. So what are you telling Coach Miller? What's Coach Miller going to say there?
I say with Grayson Cockerham, unless she gets 2 quick fouls in the 3rd quarter, I say she can continue doing her thing. One thing I've noticed with Cockerham throughout her 2-year career here so far is that she does a great job of keeping her hands up and getting those deflections. We kind of tips it up to herself, snagging it down, and then getting the offense going. Yeah. So Cockerham does a great job of that. Again, keeping the hands up and being ready to tip those passes away. She's done a great job with that. If I'm Coach Miller, I'm just letting her continue to do her thing.
Yeah, and let's take a break from the numbers, all right? You know what I'm seeing right now, Tanner? I think I'm just seeing a chess match between the head coaches for Concordia University. Kuiper Haffer's only in his 2nd season playing great defense, got his team playing well, versus Stephanie Miller, who's in her 9th season, who's also showing a strong defense. I feel like, can you just talk about that coaching matchup? Like, you have one side with a lot of experience and one side that's very young, but they're just both playing just a competitive contest.
Right, and when you mean young, I mean, again, she graduated from Wayne State, so from what we're looking at, this was her first job, or at least one of her first jobs. So it seems like, based on this, she's really already connected with the team or the school in general. So she's been doing a fantastic job. I'm looking at, in terms of experience, they've got a couple seniors, a lot of freshmen and sophomores too. They've got, looks like, 4 juniors on that lineup, and then looks to be also 4 seniors. So they do have a little bit of experience, which does help for the Cardinals. So again, it's just that mindset of, Coach Miller, a lot of experience, obviously, as we see, national semifinalist, big time experience, and that is obviously going to help Coach Miller when it comes to coaching her players. So both have done a great job, and it's on coaching at solid records. Maple Leafs at 6-5, and the Cardinals at 7-4. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes for both.
Yeah, and add on about Coach Miller, she's an alum of Michigan State. You know that she prides herself in toughness, and it shows with the 1-3-1 press, and also the way they play defense, the way they crash the glass, trying to get extra possessions, trying to get those offensive rebounds and to put them back up. So, like Tanner said, the Maple Leafs currently trail 31-33. We have 6 minutes remaining before we start the second half. We'll take a quick timeout, then we'll get into our second half predictions. That's all here on the GoshenMapleLeafs live stream and at 91.1 The Globe. Welcome back on the GoshenMapleLeafs live stream and at 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics. My name is Benjamin Cotton alongside Tanner Camp, our color commentator, and we're going to get into some second half predictions. So, Tanner, I got a few questions for you.
Okay.
So, what are you thinking about Katie Snow here in the second half? She has 3 fouls, but also 3 steals coming in that first half.
So, again, this is just so tricky because it seems like a lot of that Concordia defense is around her, or at least based on this game. I mean, 8 steals and 8 points, so she leads in both of those categories. But moving to this space, she has more steals herself than the entire Maple Leaf team. So, like I said, if I'm her, I'm telling her to turn it down just 1 or 2 notches.
Okay.
And if she gets that 4th foul, depending on how badly they think they need her, if it's depending on where it is in the third quarter too, I almost pull her because she seems like a player that they're going to need to get that one big defensive stop, especially in the fourth quarter. I expect this to be a tight-knit game within that 5-7 point range throughout. So if I'm her, I'm telling her to turn it down just a notch or 2. If she picks up the 4th foul, I personally sit her for the rest of the third quarter to save her for the 4th.
Absolutely. And moving on to the Maple Leafs, in that first half, they shot 39% from the field and 17% from 3. Is there anything you notice that can probably help them improve those percentages?
I just think a lot of it comes down to, again, games in practice it's easy, especially when you've been practicing for about a week and a half like the Maple Leafs have been and, going at the speed that they need to. I think the thing is taking that and translating that into a game. I mean, all these players have taken those shots. I mean, Cockerham, Prigge, Mariah Rowe. I mean, they've all taken those shots, and they've spent numerous amounts of hours with that, and Mariah Rowe being the only one who's hit. Grayson Cockerham's taken 2, Flowers has taken 1, and Prigge has taken one as well. So they just still need to stay confident. Don't let anything change in your mindset, and don't think too much about it. Just kind of let it flow, just let it be natural, because the more you start thinking about it, then that chance of going in, it starts going down a bit. So just stay within your system. I think the shots will still fall. They just need to keep that high-paced offense going.
Okay, and a couple positives from the first half of the Maple Leafs. They're out-rebounding the Cardinals 20-12, and also they've been to the free throw line 13 times compared to the Cardinals 4. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so for the rebounds, they've been going after a few. I mean, Priggy had one on the free throw. Those are always big-time rebounds right there. Those are just effort plays. That's what rebounding really is. A lot of it is a skill, but it's just effort by the end of the day, and the Maple Leafs have been doing a great job in that aspect of the game. And in their free throws, well, obviously they shot 76 to 77% compared to the 100%. They've also taken more free throws, so they're still knocking them down at a good percentage, and they need to continue that because those free throws are a big reason why they're still in this game, and I could also see that being a reason why they win this game.
Yeah, so is there a way that the Maple Leafs can just try to continue that trend of getting to the free throw line? There's anything they need to do, just be tough with the ball or just keep that pressure into the paint?
I say just keep, when they keep driving down the lane, don't try to avoid the contact or slither your way around it. Just go up strong, take the foul, and again, I'm not saying especially focus on Katie Snow. If you can get her out, that's going to really take a turn for the defense of the Concordia. So just keep going in strong and absorb that contact.
All right, thank you, Tanner. Once again, the Maple Leafs trail 33-31 as we start the second half, where the Maple Leafs host Concordia University. And it'll be starting off with Concordia basketball as they sit up in the half court.
Both teams going with the same lineup that they started with to start the game.
Birchmeyer inbounds to Simmons. Back to Birchmeyer. 1-3-1 still shown by the Maple Leafs. Birchmeyer drives, finds the corner. Snow dribbles it out to Simmons. Pump fakes one way, back to Snow. Finds Williams in the paint, goes middle, and goes right over Rowe for the bucket.
Recognize the mismatch on that one right there. Rowe, not much he can do on that.
Flowers shows the speed. She gets past half court. Back to Rowe. Shows thumbs up as they set up the four-man high. Cockham turns down. Draws the foul first. Turns down the ball screen to get a blocking call.
Looks like that's going to be on number 3, Allie Lenz. Only her first, but the first of this game here. Very early on, only 30 seconds into the third quarter.
Chapman, one-on-one battle versus Williams. Spins back to the left hand, and it's short. Rowe with a hustle rebound. Drives right hook, long, back to Chapman. And Chapman gets the deuce.
Took a couple tries there, but way to not give up and continue that hard work on the offensive rebound to keep that ball alive.
Snow works the right wing, right corner to Birchmeyer. Back to Williams in the paint. Drives middle. Out the Lenz, left three. It is short, picked up by Chapman. Chapman pushes the break. Bounce pass to Cockerham. Picks up her dribble. Back to Rowe. Rowe goes down the middle, left hand, and it's being blocked by Williams. Snow brings the ball up. Right hand to Birchmeyer. Cut off by Flowers on the baseline. Back to the top to Simmons. Swing the Lenz back to Snow, left corner. Looking for Williams, isn't there. Dribbles it up to Birchmeyer. 15 seconds remain in the shot clock. Back to Snow, left wing. Looks at three. And it doesn't fall. Fresh 20, picked up by the Cardinals. And goes up and be a finish by Lenz, be a strong take.
Effort play right there. That's what rebounding comes to. Way to save that ball, and then Concordia ended up scoring.
Cockerham finds Chapman at the top. Pricky turns in three. Drive. Poked out by Williams. Snow chases it down, dives to the floor, and it'll be a loose ball picked up by the Maple Leafs. 10 seconds remain. Rowe skip past the Cockerham. Jump stop, pump fake, and draws the foul.
That foul is going to be on number 20, Tristan Williams. Her second, and the team's second here. Looks like it's going to be number 4, Samantha Dorn, who checks in for Katie Snow. Those substitutions that we saw a lot early in the game, I would not be surprised if they did that with Snow because of the 3 fouls that she does have.
Yeah, keeping them quick, keeping them fresh. First shot goes up for Cockerham, and it's bottoms. That trims the lead, 34-37. Cardinals lead with 8:03 left here in the third quarter.
Rowan Flowers all the way back to the other side to get ready in case the Cardinals try to push the ball.
And bounces around the rim and falls out. Birchmeyer brings it across half court, sets up the O. Trying to find the gap Finds Linz, right wing, swing to the corner of Dorn. It's not there. And it's picked up by Prigge in the passing lane. Drives to the left hand. Take, and it is good with the right. That trims the lead to 1 point, 36-37. Cardinal lead with 7:40 left as Birchmeyer brings across half. Works the right wing, looking for the open opponent. Top of the key. Linz drives middle. Finds Simmons, swings to the corner. Dorn, and is off right. Picked up by Prigge. Cockerham pushes. Finds the left. Looking for the baseline. Isn't there. Cut off. Prigge, top of the key. Doesn't like the shot. Swings at the Flowers. A Prigge scream. Rowe at the top of the key. A cut and Prigge wasn't there. Rowe sets up the offense. Back to Flowers on the left wing. Chapman scream. Turns it down. Flowers. Floater. And it's long. Picked up by Birchmeyer. 2-on-2 break here. Birchmeyer goes middle. Look for Simmons. Simmons, short corner jump shot is long. Rebound picked up Mariah Rowe. Push. Chapman has the lead. Rowe doesn't see her as she pushes. Finds Cockerham, right wing. Turns down the three. Drives middle. Jump shot. Finds Chapman. Chapman goes right, spins back left for the bucket as the Maple Leafs take the lead. 38-37.
She is
6:35 left. Go ahead, Tanner.
She's got a great spin move with that right there. Just has not been falling tonight, but that's a big bucket to put the Maple Leafs up.
Dorn with the ball. Skip to Birchmeyer. Right three, and it's nothing but the bottom. As the Cardinals take the lead, 40-38. 6:20 left here in the third quarter. Cockerham 1-on-1 versus Dorn. Crossover to the left, and she picks up the foul by Dorn.
And that's a big one right there for Samantha Dorn.
That's a quick three team fouls for the Cardinals.
And that's her, and that's Dorn's fourth foul right there. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. Again, we'll see if she plays the rest of this quarter. I would not be surprised if she didn't, but that's big as Maple Leafs still trail by 2 here in the third.
Rowe takes it to the right wing, sets up the offense, pushes Cockerham through. No, but it's going to be a handoff. Be a double screen with Chapman and Prigge. Chapman rolls, likes what she sees, and she feasts down low for the bucket. Snow finds the corner, Simmons. Simmons pull up three, and it's long, picked up by Rowe. Fast break opportunity here. Simmons picks up the basketball, skip to Cockerham, looking for Chapman. And Cockerham drives with the right hand, Euro step, and it is beautiful play right there.
She just went around 2 defenders there, the spin move to get around one, and then just kind of slithered her way. Grayson Cockerham, she's been doing that, and again, only a sophomore here at Goshen.
Snow swing to the corner, lands baseline, picks up the block and foul by Mariah Rowe. And like you said, that Euro step was just a beautiful move right there, just giving around both defenders.
And as you said, Mariah Rowe with that foul. I don't think, you know what, though? That was only her first foul. I think that almost stopped a scoring opportunity. That's not a bad foul, in my opinion, by Mariah Rowe.
Maple Leafs lead, 42-40. Drive by Snow, and it's going to be a and one with the floater. Rip left, pick up, right hand floater.
That's a tough finish, especially over Kiara Murphy, who leads the team in total blocks this year. Tough finish by Snow on that.
Score is currently 42-42 with 5:20 left here in the third quarter. Snow at the free throw line. Is up and it's bottoms. Rock on the inbound. Finds Rowe. Rowe working her defender. A big screen by Chapman frees her up. Rowe takes the drive and it's be a little short. She goes to the rim. Johnson on the push. Looking, keeps the ball. Works to the top. Swing the Birchmeyer. Meyer finds Linz. Looks at three, turns it down, goes off the screen. Hits Abraham on the pick and roll, and it'll be good.
Good pick and roll action there from the Cardinals. That's really tough to stop. The Maple Leafs were executing that earlier in this game.
Chapman screen. Cockerham drives. Chapman right in front of the top of the key, and it's no good. And it'll be a route. They got a hand on it. It'll be Cardinal basketball.
Susanna Yoner checks in for Mariah Rowe here in this game as the Maple Leafs trail 45-42 here with 4:41 left in the third quarter.
Cardinals bring it across. Birchmeyer swings the Linz. Back to Snow. Snow's looking around. Back to Linz. Johnson, top of the key, just swinging the ball on top. Murph gets a hand on it. Snow picks it up. Snow. And it's good. That'll be a 2-point basket with a mid-range pull-up. Yoder takes on the press one-on-one versus Johnson. Sets up the 4-high set. Route left wing. Uses up Murph's screen. Dribbles it out. Back to Murph. Long pass. Picked up by Murph. Trapped in the corner. Kicks it out to Chapman. Deflected by Cardinal. And is picked up and fouled by Chapman. And guess who? Snow. Snow with another steal there.
She's been on fire. She's been on fire on that defensive end. Foul by Chapman there. That's only her first. And honestly, again, another bucket-saving foul on that one. As Coach Miller looks like she's going to call a timeout. Very smart foul here, as this is tied for the largest lead throughout this entire game.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here. Currently, the Cardinals lead 47-42 with 3:53 left. And let me just say, for the Cardinals, Katie Snow, she's balling. I mean, 9 steals already, just getting a lot of buckets. A tough mid-range pull-up, and one before that made her free throw. If the Maple Leafs want to be able to win this game, they got to be able to stop Katie Snow and also just be smart on the offensive end.
And again, she's playing this aggressive with those 3 fouls. And we had mentioned if she can go into the fourth quarter with only those 3 fouls, I think she can play that regular aggressive style. It seems like even from looking at this, she hasn't really changed, or coach hasn't really told her anything. So looks like coach trusts her enough to play that aggressive style.
Yeah, and Katie Snow, a junior, so she probably has a lot of experience under her belt where the coach has that ability to trust her. And to be Maple Leaf basketball. Or excuse me, Cardinal basketball. Johnson on the inbounds. Finds Birchmeyer. One-on-one versus Yoder. Gets a couple turns out of her. Has 25 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Birchmeyer to Snow. Snow looks at 3, turns it down. Looks at it again. Loses her dribble. Down to Abraham. One-on-one versus Murph. Turn around, kick out to Johnson. Pump fake, pull up, passes it away. Looking for Snow, finds her, 8 seconds remain. A deep one. A deep 3 goes to the right, and it'll be out of bounds.
One thing we've definitely seen from Katie Snow is she is not afraid to pull up from anywhere.
Yeah, she's showing a lot of range there. Definitely on the leaf right there for that last 3-pointer. Yoder with the inbounds. Finds Rujo. Rujo turns. Looking to break the press. 2-2-1 is shown. Dribbles off her knee. 4 seconds remain to get across half court. And they do it. The B3 on 4 right here. Flowers, left wing. Turns it down. Sets up the offense. 4-high set. Flowers finds Kyer on the right wing. Yoder, corner. Dribbles up. Goes middle. Murph, elbow jumper. And it's short. And it'll be picked up by Yoder. Yoder drives middle. To Flowers. Wing 3. And it's in and out. Picked up by Ruja. Another offensive rebound. Back to Flowers. 2 for $1. Flowers goes in.
Big one right there. That one keeps within a few points there. It's 47-45. A big shot right there from Flowers.
Birchmeyer brings it up. Trap being shown. And it's going to be a long pass that goes out of bounds. Coach Miller showing a lot of different looks on defense. As the possession before, it was just your regular man-to-man. Then the second one around, they went back to the 1-3-1s. Really trying to keep this Cardinal offense guessing.
Yep, keep them on their toes to have them think what kind of pressure they're going to put. And again, I just can't get over that 3-pointer. There's that confidence. Even after missing her first one, Flowers was not hesitant to shoot again and hits that one and a big 3 for the Maple Leafs.
Definitely. Same spot, different result. Speaking of Flowers, she brings the ball across half. 1-on-1 versus Birchmeyer. Dribbles out. Kyer sending her to the other side. Swings to Yoder. Yoder sets up that 4-high set. Pitch aside, likes Kyer. Kyer's looking. Back to Rujo. Yoder, left wing. Looks at 3, drives baseline. Cut off by the Cardinal. Murph, elbow. Out the Flowers, right wing. Drives baseline, 5 seconds remain. Shot goes up, and it's going to be a charge. And it looks like it'll be Katie Snow who takes it.
And that's Flowers' second foul for the game there. One thing I noticed is that normally after being in a lot of games, the bench usually does a really good job at calling out how much time is left. But I don't know if they knew how much time was left on the shot clock. 5 seconds before Flowers picked up that charge and foul.
Cardinals working against the zone. Gets across half. Birchmeyer, drop off pass to Simmons. And it's going to be long on the layup. Loose ball picked up by Rujo. Pushes the fast break. Cross her left hand. Gets in the middle of the court, picks up her dribble, finds Flowers at the top of the half. Swing the Yoder on the left wing. 1-on-1 versus Snow. But goes baseline. cut off. Skip past Rujo is too high and too long. 1:35 remain here in the third quarter. Maple Leafs trail by 2 points, 47-45. Birchmeyer brings the ball across half, finds Simmons. Simmons back to Johnson. Birchmeyer, corner three is long, picked up by Flowers. 1-on-1 versus Simmons. Behind the back dribble. Finds Yoder, brings up on the left side of the court. She drives middle, cut off. Rujo. And is blocked by Simmons as she goes for the mid-range pull-up. Snow brings up the middle of the court to Johnson. Drives middle. Flowers has to choose one. She has two players. Goes corner. Lands, turns down the corner three for the drive. And it'll be a long shot for the layup. Birchmeyer turns down her wing three to find a better shot for Simmons for the layup. Yoder drives, pushing the break, keeping the pace going. Dribbles it out. Finds Flowers at the top of the key. Turns down the top of the key. Three. Euro step. And it's good to split the Cardinal defenders.
Great move right there to get all the way to the cup. Keeping this game very close. Again, no team has led by more than 5 in this entire game.
2-2-1 press shown by the Maple Leafs as Snow drives with the right hand to the basket to pick up the 2. 27 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Yoder brings across half. Drives down the middle, picks up her dribble. Back to Flowers. 20 seconds remain to Murph in the paint as she goes to her right and gets the bucket from the right block. 12 seconds remain. 2-2-1 press is shown. 10 seconds.
Watch out if they go to Snow here right there. She's got the speed.
Snow with the ball. Takes it middle. Goes 1-on-1. Step back three. And it's long. And that's going to end our third quarter where the Maple Leafs trail 51-49 here at the Gunn Gymnasium. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break. Then we'll give you a recap of the third quarter. All that's here on the Go Leafs live stream and on 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics. .1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics, and on your Go Leaf live stream. My name is Benjamin Cotton alongside Tanner Kemp. And Tanner, can you just give a quick recap of that third quarter?
So very close again. No team led by more than 5. Concordia did have a 5-point lead at one point, but big numbers. As of right now, if Katie Snow gets one more steal, she's going to have a double-double in points and steals. So keep an eye on that. She still only has those 3 fouls as we enter the fourth quarter.
Maple Leafs trail 49-51 as we start the fourth. Prigge with the ball, finds Rowe in left wing, swing to the corner. Chapman posts it hard, still looking for the steal, still isn't there. Rowe dribbles it out, takes to the right, back to the left, uses a Prigge screen, out to Yoder. He drives baseline, cut off by Johnson, finds Prigge at the top of the key, pump fake, dribble to the right, finds Cochran as she drives to the left, and a beautiful dive to Tanisha Chapman.
Great dime between the 2 elite players, especially for the Maple Leafs, between Cockerham and Chapman.
1-3-1 shown. Johnson finds Snow, left wing. Looks at the 3, turns it down. Skip pass to Lenz. Corner pass to Johnson. As it be Simmons versus Chapman. Kick out to Lenz. Wing 3, and is all picked up by Cockerham on the rebound. Cockerham pushes the break and slows it down. Finds Rowe at the top. Swings to Yoder. Turns down the 3. Drives baseline. Cut off. Kick out to Rowe at the top of the key. Sets up the offense. Finds Prigge. Prigge waiting for some action. Back to Rowe. Chapman posts at the elbow. Faces up. Takes a dribble. Back out to Prigge. 3 is long. And it'll be a big rebound. Oh, and it slips between the hands of Simmons and bounces right off the foot. It'll be Maple Leaf basketball on the baseline as the score is 51-51 with 8:39 left here in the fourth quarter.
That's big because it was that rebound, instead of 20 seconds on an offensive rebound, the Maple Leafs get a fresh 30 on the shot clock.
Yoder corner, turns on three, uses a Chapman screen, dribbles it out, feeds Chapman, has a mismatch, but there's two Cardinals down there. Yoder drives middle, Snow on the defense. Prigge, three, and is long.
Nice board from Yoder, though.
Cockerham, left wing, sizes up Johnson, dribbles out, crosses back over to the left. Looks for the spin, but Johnson's there for the steal, and a little frustration foul by Cockerham.
I was just about to say, that was nothing but a frustration foul right there. It does slow the Cardinals down on that play, only her second foul, as Samantha Dorn checks in for Allie Lenz. Tied at 51. We've got a great game here tonight, Benjamin.
Yes, 8 minutes remain here in the fourth quarter as Johnson brings across half. 1-3-1 shown by the Maple Leafs. Johnson finds Williams at the elbow. Snow turns down the corner three, drives baseline, back to Williams, and it is good.
Hit off that back iron. That was pretty close. Could have rolled out, but ends up hitting the bottom of the net.
Bro, left side of the court. Brings it back middle, sets up the offense. High pick and roll, both sides with Prigge and Chapman. Rowe uses Chapman. Drives left, finds Yoder. Yoder looks at the three, turns it down. Cockerham, drive, mid-range pull-up, short. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson loses her dribble, and Rowe with the steal. Euro step, and draws the foul.
If you notice on that one, Mariah Rowe, after the pressure from the Maple Leafs, she was baiting and waiting for that steal right there. As soon as she saw that in the air, she knew. She sprinted, she went after that one. That is a great hustle effort right there. And picking up the foul there is Paige Johnson, number 3 for her, sending Mariah Rowe to the free throw line.
And with ball pressure, it really helps out the defenders who are off ball. If there's a lot of ball pressure, guarding the ball handler is in their line of vision where they can't see much, and you kind of get a glimpse of one of your teammates, and next thing you know, that thing's stolen like Mariah Rowe did, and just takes to the rim and draws the foul. And Rowe with the first shot. And it's long. Maple Leafs trail 53-51, 7:29 left in the fourth as Rowe takes her second shot. Shot is up and bottoms.
Big one right there. Keep it close so that way a bucket will, no matter what, 2 or 3 will put them in the lead. And substitution here as Katie Snow checks out of the game, and it's Jemai Simmons who comes in for the Cardinals.
Dorn brings it across. Looking high post, isn't there, finds Johnson on the right wing. Johnson dribbles it out. Right corner, Simmons sizes up Yoder. Looking, goes baseline. And it looks like it's going to be a blocking foul on Susanna Yoder.
No real harm or anything to worry about there. That's only Yoder's first. As Murph and Flowers check in for Prigge and Yoder there. And a big one is Katie Snow checks back in for the Cardinals with 7:13 here in the fourth.
It'll be Snow on the inbounds. Cross screen from Simmons. And back to Snow in the corner. Looking to feed Williams down low versus Chapman. Goes middle, kicks out to Simmons. Wing three, and a short picked up by Chapman on the rebound. Hits the outlet to Rowe. Rowe brings it across the right side of the court. Murph posts hard on the right block and draws the foul on Simmons. She had 2 hands in the back.
That's the second team foul here for the Cardinals, but the third on Simmons.
Rowe on inbounds, finds Chapman down low. Power dribble, goes up and blocked by Williams. Picked up by Flowers. Rowe, right wing. 3-point basket is too long. And picked up by Chapman, but knocks off a Cardinal defender.
Looks like a hit knocked off of Snow. So 14 on the shot clock right there. So that's, again, just something to keep an eye on to make sure you communicate how much time is left.
Rowe on the inbounds, looking for Flowers. Finds her on the left wing. Flowers likes what she sees and is off. Big rebound by Murph. She goes up and doesn't finish, but huge rebound right there by Murph.
She just does a fantastic job of going up and going after those rebounds, and it is a foul on Paige Johnson. That is her 4th foul as Birchmeyer will check in for Johnson. So that means there are 2 players who now have 4 fouls, in Johnson and Dorn, as Murph is at the free throw line.
Free throw. Bounces around and goes in. That ties up at 53 with 6:40 left in the fourth. Murphy for a second free throw. Shot is up, and it's good. Maple Leafs take the lead, 54-53, 6:40 left here in the fourth quarter at the Gunna Gymnasium.
Tristan Williams checks out of the game, and replacing her will be number 3, Allie Lenz.
Birchmeyer brings the call to half. 1-3-1 shown. Snow, left wing, swings corner to Lenz. Lenz skip pass to Dorn. One more to Birchmeyer. Corner 3, and it is good. That changes the lead to 56-54 as Mariah Rowe brings it across half.
Watch that double coming.
Rowe looking for the drop-off pass, but is deflected and goes back to the Maple Leafs. 6:15 left here in the fourth, where the Maple Leafs trail by 2, 54-56. Baseline inbounds by Mariah Rowe. Bounce pass to Cochran. Goes up and is long. Rebounded by Snow, and it'll be a foul on Cochran, a loose ball foul.
That is her third foul. Nothing too much to be worried about yet, but just, again, got to keep an eye. You don't want another frustration foul because that'll give her 4, and they need her with a little more than 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Birchmeyer finds Lenz in the corner, turns down the corner 3. Dorn drives middle, finds Chapman, and there'll be a travel.
Little one ref it looked like was going to call the foul, but I think the travel was clearly before the foul.
Yeah, bang call right there. Just depend on who blew the whistle first. Flowers with the ball. Dribbles out of the trap, works her way to the middle, looking for a Maple Leaf, finds Cochran at half, looking, sees Chapman, drop off pass is good, and there's a bucket for Chap.
Cochran led that pass to Chapman instead of throwing it right at her. That's a big play right there from the 2 sophomores.
Corner, Dorn, looking, dribbles up, working the ball, finds Snow, right wing, Dorn, corner 3, and it's the bottoms. Maple Leafs bring it up, Mariah Rowe pushes up the sideline, sees 2, picks up her dribble, looking for a Maple Leaf, skip pass to Cochran, she goes down the middle. Flowers on the left wing, turns it down, loses the ball, and picked up by the Cardinals. Snow pushes the break. Right up the middle, hasn't been picked up yet, and she goes straight to the rim and draws a foul.
Personally, Benjamin, as Bro picks up foul number 2 there, that's one where you got to find somebody to just, she went the entire length of the court and picked up a foul right there, and that's the 4th team foul. So the next one, and then the Cardinals are in the bonus for the remainder of the game. So got to find a way to pick up and slow the ball down because you don't want to send, especially someone like Snow, who at this point now the 3 fouls is not really a big factor at this point yet.
And Snow with the first free throw. And it's long with the back iron. And it just makes you think back to those frustration fouls, those 94-footers. Those are the ones you hate because they always come back to bite you at the end.
That's right.
And Snow, second free throw attempt. Shots up, and that one's good. That extends the lead to 4 points as the Cardinals lead 60-56 with 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Watch the double.
Cochran tries to switch the defense, but finds Rowe. Still haven't passed half court, but they're good now. Rowe takes down the right side, still dribbling. Goes for the reverse layup, and is long. Picked up by Simmons. Dorn finds Birchmeyer. Birchmeyer works the left side of the court. Snow, right wing. Extra pass to Lenz, drives baseline, and picks up the foul. And Claire Rauch.
That is only Rauch's first foul, but that now puts it at 5 team fouls for the remainder of this game, as looks like Coach Miller is going to call a timeout here as the team trails 60-56 here in the fourth quarter.
And it looks like it'll be a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. So, Tanner, just talk to me. It seems like a lot of momentum has swinged over to the Cardinals. Can you explain what's going on here?
Personally, for me, the big one is that it's too much back and forth. We have seen so many times lately here on my drive log, at least, that the Maple Leafs have tied it or have gotten it so close, but the Cardinals find a way to respond. And at this point now with a 4-point lead, depending on if the Cardinals score or not, they can't keep going back and forth because eventually I think it'll go in favor of the Cardinals. So it's going to be important that the Maple Leafs get a stop, but then it's that offensive end. They've gotten great looks. The Mariah Rowe look, it's a great look, but she's got to be able to finish that one. Some of those missed free throws, got to knock those down. So it's just a matter of staying mentally focused throughout this game.
Yeah, something to add on to that. I touched on it earlier. the cheap fouls are the ones that stick out to me.
Yep.
It just, I get that you're frustrated, you turn the ball over, but when you have that cheap foul that's right under your own basket, that just adds on to get into the bonus. Now, every time the Cardinals take it and get fouled, they're going to the free throw line regardless. So
Yep.
just those like cheap fouls at the beginning of the fourth quarter that really add up at the end, especially in a close game like this. And once again, my name is Benjamin Cotton alongside Tanner Camp, color commentator, where the Maple Leafs trail to the Concordia Cardinals 60-56 with 4:42 left here in the fourth quarter in the Gundam Gymnasium.
So again, with that foul, that is going to put number 3, Allie Lenz, to the free throw line.
First bucket is good. That sends the lead to 5-61-56.
If she makes this next one here, that'll be the largest lead from either side in this entire game.
Wins. Nothing but the bottom. 62-56. 4:42 remains here in the fourth quarter as Yoder inbounds to Cockerham. Cockerham to Chapman. Brings across half. Chapman picks up a dribble back to Cockerham. Center court. Works the ball, hands off to Yoder. Yoder sets up the offense. 4-high set. Looking for Chapman. Chapman to Cockerham. Cross screen finds Murph. Murph goes right. Jump hook is off. Picked up by Chapman. Saved and finds Murph. Murph kicks it out. Flowers. Sets it up. Feeds Chapman. Chapman drives baseline, and it is good. Snow tried to take a charge there, but there was no call. 58-62, 4:05 left here in the fourth quarter.
Big stop right here. You got to get a stop and then score here to keep it within possession.
Birchmeyer, corner, Dorn, doesn't like it. Skip pass, Lenz, turns it down, pump fake. Mid-range drop-off pass to Simmons for the easy lay-in.
Great passing right there from the Cardinals. That's tough to stop even with a high defense of the Maple Leafs.
Yoder brings across half, picks up a dribble at the elbow, finds Cockerham, drives, cut off by Birchmeyer. Back to Flowers at the top. Yoder, center court, sets up the 4-high set, picks up her dribble, looking for a Maple Leaf, finds Flowers at the top. 9 seconds remain here in the shot clock. Flowers has a double screen, turns it down, goes to the right hand to the basket, and is a long layup. And it's going to be a foul on Murph on the rebound.
Cockerham was ready, and she had her hands ready, wide open in that corner as Murph picks up a foul there. And that's a big, big possession. I think Cockerham was ready for that shot. And just could not find the look again. Just trying to get a shot up with less than 5 seconds on the shot clock.
And it'll be Katie Snell at the free throw line. First shot's up and good. Score is 65-58, 3:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter of the Gundam Gymnasium where the Maple Leafs host Concordia University. Snow. Up and good. 66-58. We have a timeout by Stephanie Miller for the Maple Leafs to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here at the scores table with Tanner Camp. Right now, Tanner, the Cardinals are stretching that lead out. A lot of fouls are starting to add up, and they're making their free throws.
Yep.
And that's really been tough on the Maple Leafs as they can't get the ball to go through the hoop. Then they foul right after that. Can you just talk about that?
Well, they've gotten great looks. That's the thing that I think that we don't want to take away. They've gotten great looks. Few missed opportunities, like I said. Personally, for me, I think the Flowers kick to Cockerham would have at least been a great look in that corner for her. So they just, by the end of the day, they just got to hit shots. And then, again, especially when they get stops on the defense end, because as we've said before, the offense cannot dictate your defense, especially now. Cardinals have slowly started stretching that lead out. It's a really crucial time. You still got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Plenty of time to mount a comeback here.
And as Tanner just said, 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain where the Maple Leafs trail. 66-58 at home versus Concordia University. Yoder with the inbounds finds Cockerham right under the basket. And she'll go one-on-one versus Birchmeyer. Dorn brings back up defense. And Rowe finds Flowers. Quick pass, finds Chapman for the easy layup. And that's Maple Leaf basketball you want to see here with 3 minutes left. Maple Leaf show the 2-2-1 press. Yoder on the ball versus Snow. Flowers on the help. Finds Birchmeyer. Birchmeyer brings it across. Back to Snow. Between the Lenz. And it'll be a turnover picked up by Grayson Cockerham.
Got to make the most out of this possession. In my opinion, as of right now, it'll be the most important possession in this game.
Cockerham drives left. Cut off by 2 Cardinal defenders. And be a short one by Flowers with a 3 ball. Six-point lead for the Cardinals, 66-60 with 2:39 left here in the fourth quarter. 2-2-1 shown by the Maple Leafs. Dorn brings the ball across and is deflected by the Maple Leafs.
They're saying that it was deflected. Benjamin, I'm not usually one to go too much against the officials. I don't think that was deflected at all. I think that should be going with the Maple Leafs.
And Dorn with the inbounds. It'll be a timeout for Concordia University. Almost a 5-second violation on the inbounds, but there was a timeout from Concordia University, which would be a full timeout. We're going to keep it here. It's a close game. Tate, I can't take a break now. But let's go back to that one possession where the Maple Leafs had maybe 4 passes in 10 seconds for an easy layup.
Yep.
That's the type of possessions you really want to see if you're Coach Miller. You don't have to dribble to beat a press.
That's right.
Really, a pass fake and a good, strong skip pass and an easy pass can lead to a layup. And that's the best way to break the press.
And then it may sound simple, but then, as simple as it may sound, Chapman hit the free throw, or the layup, excuse me. And those are like the easy ones that you have to make. Mariah Rowe missed a good open reverse layup. A couple open three-pointers. Again, those easy ones are the ones that you've got to hit. Again, even just hitting one of those is a one-possession game. Now the Maple Leafs see themselves with a 2-possession game down 6 here. So, again, the biggest thing is just you got to hit your open shots. They come at a crucial moment now. And, again, any foul at this point for the Maple Leafs sends the Cardinals to the free throw line.
And something I would add if I'm Coach Miller is stay aggressive but be smart. They're at the foul line. Every time they foul, they're going to shoot free throws. The Cardinals will. So just try to stay aggressive, get your hands on the ball, but no dumb fouls. You really can't afford those right now.
Not at this point in the game.
2:34 left here with Maple Leafs trail, 66-60 versus Concordia University. Be Katie Snow inbounding it from the sideline. Be a fresh 10 seconds to get across half court after the timeout. Simmons on the inbound, back to Snow. Snow walks it across. And a hard dribble goes around, pulls it back out. 15 seconds left in the shot clock. Out to Dorn. Dorn works the ball. Cockham on ball. Showing a lot of pressure, making her work. Dorn loses the ball for a second. Try to get it up. Snow, backdoor cut. Takes it to the rim. And it'll be a charge. That'll be her 4th.
That's big right there. That is a great take from Mariah Rowe. And big, because as you said, that is number 4 for Katie Snow, and she picks up that 5th. That's going to be a big loss for the Cardinals.
Cockerham skips to Yoder in the middle. Yoder pushes right down the middle. Kick out the Flowers, turns down the 3, drives to the rim with the left hand, and it is good. 62-66, 2 minutes remain here in the fourth quarter where the Maple Leafs trail to the Concordia Cardinals.
Yeah, defense has got to be really good here to try to get a stop.
Ball's moved. Cross half. Drive by Birchmeyer. Falls with no call. Rowe with the rebound. Pushes the break. Finds Cockerham on the left side. Left wing back to Rowe. Rowe moves back to center court. Sets up the 4 high. Back to Cockerham. Cockerham to Chapman. Chapman swings to Yoder. UCLA screen set for Chapman. And she can't get to her spot. As she hits Rowe. Looks for the high-low set. Not there. Rowe takes it with the left hand. Scoop and gets fouled. Looks like took a shot to the face. And Mariah does a great job making it seem like she's going up with the left and just switches back to that right hand for the scoop layup to draw that foul.
Absolutely. That's on Jemai Simmons. That is her 4th foul. So now the Cardinals have 3 players actually in Samantha Dorn, Katie Snow, and Jemai Simmons, each with 4 fouls, sending Mariah to the free throw line. Even just one of these makes is crucial here for the Maple Leafs.
1:21 remains. We're the Maple Leafs trail 62-66. Red with the first shot, and it's going to be short front iron.
Don't let that first free throw get to you. Again, even just one will put it within 3, and then a big defensive stop and another bucket will make it 1.
Second shot up and good. Makes it a 1-possession game. 63-66, Cardinal lead, 1:21 left. Snow works the ball around. Birchmeyer back to Snow. Snow finds Johnson. Johnson pass fake, gets across half court. Finds Dorn in the corner. Dorn kicks it out. Finds Snow. Snow to the rim. There's a whistle. And there'll be a foul on the floor. Not sure who was called on, but there was a foul on the floor. It'll be on Susanna Yoder.
That'll be her 2nd foul, and very, very fortunate that it was only on the ground because that and 1 opportunity could have been big, but instead it will be 2 shots here for Katie Snow.
Snow at the line for 2. And the first shot is up and rims out.
If she misses the second one, very important to box out and do not let anything happen.
Critical.
And if it does make, don't need to rush, but be ready for a press coming.
Snow, second shot, up, and rims it in. That stretches the lead to 4 points with 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. The Cardinals are winning 67-63, 5 fouls on both sides. Tanner, what are you thinking here? Before you're down 4, basically, essentially a minute left. What's the best thing you can do here?
I don't think you need to score quick. You do need to get, you can't just waste a lot of clock because you gotta score again. Not too quick, but again, the biggest thing is going to be trying to get the best shot possible, whether it be an easy layup to cut it within 2 points or a 3-pointer to cut with 1. So even if you foul, you still have a chance to have a 3-pointer at a tie. Biggest thing is run the offense and just find the absolute best shot. And again, only what's best available. Don't just try to pull something up or get under 5 seconds on the shot clock to just throw something up.
Yeah, definitely. And that'll be our first horn, and then that was the second. And it'll be the Maple Leafs setting up on the baseline. Like I said, 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Maple Leafs trail to Concordia 67-63. And it seems Concordia's going to have Birchmeyer forcing the Maple Leafs to pick up the basketball. Flowers and Yoder are in the front line, Rowe in the inbounds. Flowers brings it up. Back to Rowe. Looks like they're trying to set up that pick and roll. Sees Flowers. Chapman working the elbow. Cockerham, high-low action. And it's deflected by Cardinals, and it's going to stay Maple Leaf basketball. 54.2 seconds remain and 17 seconds left in the shot clock for the Maple Leafs. Rowe on the inbounds. So Chapman screen for Cockerham. And it's going to be a foul on number 24, Simmons.
That's July Simmons. Yep, that is her 5th foul.
Yeah, I didn't see the foul, but you can only assume it was an off-ball foul. Maybe setting the screen, just went too hard into it.
So that will send Janara Flowers to the line, shooting 88% on the year again, as number 24 Simmons officially out of this game.
And the first free throw for Flowers is good. And something to take into mind is that's great for the Maple Leafs that they're able to get that foul with no clock burn.
Yep.
And Flowers 2 for 2, 65-67. Timeout Concordia. 54.2 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter in the Gundam Gymnasium. And we're going to stay here during this timeout. And like I said just now, Tanner, I touched on it. And it's very big that the Maple Leafs were able to draw a foul on the baseline out of bounds because they didn't burn any clock, so that was like a good thing for them. So you get to keep those extra few seconds, and especially in basketball, every second counts, especially in the fourth.
Absolutely. And with one defensive stop here is the big difference, and then it's going to be that offense. Now, I know they say defense wins games, and it is going to on this end, but they've got to really get the best shot possible on offense. Just a layup is still okay. You'll take that to tie things up. Chance to go for 2 is great. Again, just find the best shot possible, but as of right now, their focus, we are getting a stop on defense to try and tie this up.
And something else to keep in mind is 54 seconds left. That means that there will be 2 possessions here. So the Maple Leafs need to make sure they box out, and they can get the last shot, maybe go for the win or go for the tie.
Absolutely.
But the first thing is you got to rebound the basketball. The Cardinals are set in a box formation around the 2 elbows and 2 blocks in their half court. The Birchmeyer on the inbounds finds Snow. Back to Birchmeyer on the handoff. 1-3-1 is shown again by the Maple Leafs with Murph at the top. Snow in the corner. Feeds Williams. Kick out to Dorn. Swings to Johnson. Johnson pass fake back to Dorn.
Watch Snow on that drive there. She was going to the short corner.
Dorn, Birchmeyer. Swing to Johnson. Right corner. Dribbles out. Flowers. Aggressive defense. Dorn out. Snow. Swing to Birchmeyer. 4 seconds remaining shot clock. 2 seconds. Shot by Snow. Up. Long. And it'll be a shot clock violation. 22.3 seconds remain. Maple Leafs trail 2 points, 65-67. And to be a timeout by the Maple Leafs. Like I said, just to refresh your memory, 22.3 seconds remain, where the Maple Leafs are down to Concordia University 67-65. Double bonus both sides, Tanner. Big rebound or big shot clock violation. That's
Yep.
a big turnover you need. It's a good thing the ball didn't touch the rim because they did give up an offensive
Yes.
rebound.
Yep.
So the Maple Leafs are lucky there, but now this is their chance to execute. So so put yourself in Coach Miller's shoes. What do you think you're going to try to go with?
First off, step one, check. They got what they needed. They got the possession. If you're Coach Miller, this is tricky in terms of who to go to. Chapman has been really finding her touch down in the paint. Grayson Cochran and Mariah have been doing a good job also around finishing around the rim. Flowers looks like she's starting to find her shot. I say another big thing is get as many tall players in there to grab that rebound in case of a miss. I personally go for and again, the best shot possible. If you're wide open for three, now if it's early in the clock, be careful because you don't want to give the Cardinals too much time to go for the win or tie if it's on the other end. So personally for me, I'm just going with the best shot possible. So even if that means having a tie and force overtime, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you're open for three, especially if it's the right shooter, that can win them the game right here.
Also, if you're Concordia, you don't want Tanise or Grayson beating you at the same time. So don't be surprised that defense is packed in, forcing other players to go for the game winner or the game time basket.
And they could even go to if Flowers is in, which looks like she is in. She's a great free throw shooter, which could try to send her to the line.
Cockerham inbounds, sideline. Rowe at the top, finds her. 20 seconds remain. Drive, right hand, open layup, and it's long. Picked up by Chapman, goes up, and that one's long too. Picked up by Snow on the rebound. It'll be a foul by Priggy. Strong drive by Rowe, just a little bit too much on the layup. The Chapman same thing, strong rebound, just too hard for the put in.
And then great rebound by Chapman, just could not finish that one. That foul on Priggy again, only her first. That is going to send Snow to the free throw line. I do not believe Goshen has any timeouts, so even if there's a miss on any of them, they cannot call one. So again, one missed free throw, and the Maple Leafs still have a chance here.
And Snow, a tough rebound out of the free throw line. And makes the first one. Extend the lead to 68-65.
This
15.2 seconds remain, 65-68 in favor of the Cardinals. Go ahead, Tanner.
Big free throw here. Big free throw.
Shots up, and it is bottoms. 69-65. Inbounds. The Flowers. Pushes the break. Finds Rowe. Rowe takes the baseline, goes up, jump stop, and is short on the way in. And be a foul by Flowers on Snow.
Great take again from Mariah Rowe. Just could not finish.
Yeah, definitely. She couldn't find the angle there. She took it to the rim. And that's going to send Katie Snow back to the free throw line.
That foul on Flowers, by the way, her third for the game. And again, Snow to the free throw line to shoot two.
6.2 seconds remain. Snow with her first free throw. Up, toilet bowl, and goes out. 69-65. Cardinals lead with 6 seconds left. Free throws up. And it's good. 5-point game, 6 seconds left. Rowe brings it across half. Dribbles to her right. Priggy, corner three, turns it down. Pump fake, goes up. And falls out. And that's going to finish it here at the Gundam Gymnasium, where the Cardinals come here on the road to win 70-65. My name is Benjamin Cotton, and alongside I have Tanner Campbell. We'll take a quick break, and we'll have a game recap for you here on the Go Leaf live stream and 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics. 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics and on your Go Leaf live stream. My name is Benjamin Cotton with Tanner Camp as we finish the Goshen College women's basketball team who hosted Concordia University and they lost 70-65. Tanner, can you give us the stats real quick?
All right, so leading both teams was Katie Snow. She finished with 22 points, 7 for 15 from the field, over 5 from 3, but 8 for 11 from the free throw line, including those ones near the end of the fourth quarter. That essentially put a close on this book here. And then the big number that I think is most impressive of anything is 9 steals. So she did not get that double-double that you were looking at, that you were thinking of earlier, but still very impressive for the Maple Leaf side. Leading the way was Denise Chapman. After starting off kind of slow, she really found her groove, shooting 8 for 14 from the field, so 17 points, 9 rebounds, so 1 rebound shy of a double-double. And then trailing her was the other big, Kiara Murph with 12 points, 4 for 7 from the field, and 4 for 4 perfect from the free throw line. And then Grayson Cockerham, another overall great performance. She only shot 3 for 9 from the field and 0 for 2 from the 3, but she was 5 for 6 from the free throw line with 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals, and with 11 points. A good overall effort from her. And Benjamin, this is, in my opinion, the big number. From what I'm seeing here and adding things up, 14% from 3, 2 for 14 from the 3.
Wow.
And normally the Maple Leafs average about 30%, so a big drop, and that is a big reason, in my opinion, as to why this game was lost at such a close level.
Yeah, and something else to key in on these stats is that the Maple Leafs had more turnovers than the Cardinals. They had 20 turnovers compared to the 17 of the Cardinals, but overall it was a close game. If we were to break down the scoring for each quarter, in the first quarter it was 13-12, second quarter 20-19, third quarter 18-18, then fourth quarter 19-16. So very even game there. This game really could have went either way, but it just comes down to some missed free throws and honestly a lot of fouls on both sides too.
Yep.
Not the fouls you like to see, but just the 94-footer fouls that just kept adding up, where you just end up being in the bonus a lot quicker than you thought.
And and what's crazy is the largest lead that either team had was the 8-point lead when it was 66-58 in favor of Concordia. So again, it just showed you it was really close the entire game. Goshen was up a couple of times throughout this game, but again, in the end, they just could not find a way to pull ahead. So that is the third straight game where they have lost by 5 or under. They lost to 3 against Huntington and 3 against St. Francis. So they've not just been able to close out these close games, and that's going to be important for the Maple Leafs once they enter conference play here in the next couple of weeks.
Definitely. And looking ahead for Maple Leaf Athletics with the Goshen College women's basketball team, they will play this Friday, and they'll be hosting Indiana University of Kokomo. That game begins at 6 p.m. once again at home at the Gundam Gymnasium. And if you want to move on a little bit further down, they'll also play in the St. Xavier Holiday Classic versus 10th ranked St. Xavier University, and following that will be on a Sunday versus Robert Morris University.
Last game of the 2019 year before entering a brand new decade.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they entered 2020. Tanner, anything you want to add?
Well, just again, recap, so that means that drops the Maple Leafs to 500 on the year at 6-6. So still not a bad record, but again, obviously, at 3 of those games, just a couple possessions, and they would be 8-4. Or whatever the number may be, a much better record.
Math is hard.
Math, you know what? Math is hard. I'm going to go with that. And then for Concordia, that moves them to 8-5. Well-fought game, a lot of back and forth and good, tough action right there. But in the end, it was Concordia who was able to pull away in this one. But for the Maple Leafs, quick turnaround. They're going to practice tomorrow and get ready for IU Kokomo in their last home game of the year.
Yep, and that's going to wrap it up for tonight's matchup. I want to say thank you for listening. My name is Benjamin Cotton alongside Tanner Kemp. And like I said earlier, the Goshen College Maple Leafs will be in action this Friday, and you'll be back to your regular voice of William Troyer. This is 91.1 The Globe, your home for Maple Leaf Athletics and on your Go Leaf live stream.